Back to Soweto, the home of Andrew Mlangeni. It's where we find my colleague Abongile Dumako. He's outside the home of the late Stalwart in Dube, Soweto. I understand he's with Tata Mlangeni's son. Abongile, very good morning to you once again.
Good morning, Plain. Of course, I'm with Tate Sello Mlangeni, who is the son to the late and Tate Andrew Mlangeni. He's been staying with him here at this house that is right behind us. And of course, as I've been saying earlier on, quite still new, the news of passing on of Tate Mlangeni. So people are still in shock, but some of them are continue to arrive here at the house to, pay their respect to this fallen hero. Some having described him as somebody that, was a father figure to everybody along this very street we are standing here, which is where he was staying. He was standing here, rather, which is where he was staying. But let me bring in Utata Sello Mlangeni, the son to Utata Andrew Mlangeni. Thank you so much for your time. Of course, it's still new, but how is the family coping since the passing on of Tate Mlangeni?
Oh, it's very difficult for the family. As you say, it's still new. Something that happened this 10 o'clock at night when I was called at 11 o'clock to say I should come to the hospital. I picked my sister up, so we went to the hospital there. And that's when we arrived there, we got the news that he is no longer with us.
What happened building up to him having to be rushed to hospital? We understand that he had some abdominal complaints.
Yeah, he has been having a bit of a running stomach, and for some days. So we thought that no, we better go and check up with the hospital. And when he left the house here, as jokingly as he used to say, he said, "Oh no, I'm too tired of this, now I'm ready to go." So I just said to him, "No, you're not going anywhere. You are going to be 100 years. We're still waiting for you to 100 years. But unfortunately, it didn't happen.
I'm sure that must have come as a bit of a surprise for you as well, because it seems you had told yourself that you're going to spend yet another 5 years, so to say, with your father.
Yes, exactly. I thought that I still have enough, because he was a very strong man. He was very strong. And, and with a very good memory for his age. Like the other day he was saying to me, "Hey, I wish I was young, I was about 30 years of age with the experience that I have, so that we can go and play golf," shaking his body like this. I feel like we could go and play golf, because he was very passionate about golf.
So what are some of, say, your fondest memories about him?
For the past 6 years, I had more time to spend with him, because when he was released, I was out of the country. So I just came back 6 years ago, and I was staying with him here. So we had, a great time together. We'll go and play golf. We come back, we'll sit at home. It's okay, let's play chess. So we take a game of chess, and he used to give me tough time in chess. But of course, golf, it was far better than me. At the golf course, he'll beat me. But when I come at home, then I'll revenge. And he never used to accept that I can beat him. We play first game, I win, play the second one, I win. He say, "Okay, let's go for the third one." So no, that's fine. So we go for the third one, but we look at the time, maybe it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I said, "Dad, this is not golf, this is chess now. I'm in charge here. Now, okay, let's take the last one." And we'll continue. At times we find that we sleep around about 3 o'clock in the morning. Just, the two of us playing golf and chatting and, And when we were at the golf course, he was a sportsman.
And of course, his sense of humor, if you like. I remember during his 95th birthday here, he was saying, "Thank God it would seem that now on level 3 of the lockdown, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, people will be able to have drinks, during when they celebrate his birthday."
Yeah, he was a man full of humor. Oh yes, he was full of humor. And he has a lot of stories to tell. And when you're with him, strict as he can be, but he had a very good sense of humor and a very humble man.
And certainly during the tough times of the COVID-19 pandemic, we know that things could have been done differently, and of course, in as far as the building up to the burial is concerned. But how would he be remembered?
He'll be remembered as a man who had his people at heart. He was very passionate about helping the poor, the elderly people of Soweto. As you know, we've been having this thing, the foundation that he started. We distribute winter blankets. We've been doing that for more than 10 years now. And food parcels, and with education also was very passionate about education. So we use also to distribute some school bags to the school shoes and all that. So he wanted to see everyone, with a smile on the faces. And it pained him when he found people go, hungry, go to bed without food. And at times he said, this is not what I fought for. This is not what I sacrificed my life for. He wanted that everyone should come to, that we can do away with poverty. Yeah.
Thank you. That is Sello Mlangeni. I'm sure you have not yet sat down to discuss your funeral arrangements yet, ne?
Not as yet.
Thank you so much for your time. That was plain Sello Mlangeni, the son of the late struggle icon Dade Andrew Mlangeni. With that, it's back to you in studio in Nazareth.